Well, just away from the Champions League, of course, one of the big stories breaking off the pitch this week was UEFA handing Ondrej Kudela a 10-match ban after being found guilty of racially abusing Kamara, of course, in the Rangers game back in the Europa League last month. Shaka, I just want to start with you. 10 matches, some have been calling for a lifetime ban. I just wonder where you stand on this discipline that's been handed out.
I don't think I'd call for a lifetime ban, but there's no question in my mind that 10 games is far too lenient for the offence. Given everything that this world has endured over the last 15 months, given my own belief that I think football can lead by example, I think this was yet again an opportunity lost by UEFA to kind of stake that claim that they are forward thinking, that they are inclusive, to hand out a 10-game ban. I think absolutely ridiculous. And listen, I hear the arguments about, well, regardless of what it was, there would always be people calling for more. I read the histories around suspensions for players who were found guilty of using racist language or racist tone language on social media. I think the efforts to draw some kind of equivalence between Cavani and Bernardo Silva and what they did and this incident is totally disingenuous. And I don't understand how anybody willing to have a serious conversation about the topic kind of draws that parallel. But to the point about the 10-game ban here, Dan, back in December, UEFA handed Kieran Trippier a 10-week ban for betting offences. In that 10 weeks, I think I'm right in saying he would have missed 11 La Liga games, 1 Copa del Rey game, and 1 Champions League game. So he would have missed 13 games for a betting offence. What UEFA are saying to every black footballer, to every black fan, to every black person who loves this game, that racism is bad, but it's nowhere near as bad as gambling. That, for me, is a slap in the face of so many who continue to love, support this game, and call out for UEFA to lead by example.
What were UEFA's options here, Gab?
So we haven't had UEFA's written reasons yet, and I think it's important to understand that when they give out punishments, there's two standards. There's the beyond a reasonable doubt standard, and then there's the balance of probabilities standard. You might recall that that's what was used in the Suarez Evra case. What we don't know in Kudela's case is who the other witnesses were who heard him say this, whether there was any other audio or video, and certainly it doesn't appear that there was that way. And so in the end, if you can't get him for a longer ban on a balance of, on a beyond a reasonable doubt, if you don't have independent witnesses, and we don't know that. You can get him certainly on balance of probabilities with the reaction from Kamara and whatnot. I think it would be a shame if they simply looked at it and said, well, look, 10 games, it's already a record punishment in this situation. This guy turns 34 this year. Well, we'll probably never see him ever again, and he'll just go away. I think the missed opportunity here, and I agree with Shaka, is some kind of resolution where if he continues denying it and doesn't admit it, the only people willing to come forward are him and Kamara with different versions of what they said, and perhaps Kamara's teammates. Then it becomes very, very difficult for them to give a harsher punishment. So what I would have liked is for him to come forward with an admission, some education, and then you can move on from there. If you do have solid third-party evidence, let's not forget what he did here. These aren't fans singing in the stands. This is a person going up to an opponent, whispering in his ear with his hand covered so that nobody else can see, and racially abusing him in a way to unsettle him, which is, about as vile as you can be short of physically attacking somebody. So this is what he stood accused of. This is extremely grave.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Just a reminder, ESPN FC back on your screens tomorrow. Spurs taking on Everton. We'll be discussing that game and a lot more. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.